Everyone enjoys getting out on the town for some live music. And there's nothing like going backstage and down the hall for a VIP pass to the inside information and interviews with the bands, singers, and songwriters that you enjoy. Welcome to All Around Town Radio.
Working for the weekend, and I want to see a show. I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man on there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show is where I go for the latest planned info.
All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the program. It's All Around Town Radio. We are live at 5 here. I got the gravelly voice going, so hopefully we'll make it through this thing today. The wonderful Ohio weather hitting me hard today. Thanks for being with us, though. We've got some special guests to bring onto the show here in just a moment, and we're going to bring you a special event going on this weekend on Saturday we'd like to introduce to you. So without any further, let me bring these fellas in from, White Liger in the house today. How are you guys?
Pretty good.
Great.
All right. We got Buckeye. Man, you guys are really full of comments. All right. Buckeye Dave is up there. We've got Scott and Larry in the house as well. And they're within a stone's throw of each other, but they're here with us today on the show. And thank goodness.
Don't make me come back there.
All right. Let's talk about it, man. We've got something to talk about today. Big event. It's behind Dave up there. It's called Rock on the James. Let's kick it off with why you're doing this event, Dave.
Thanks for having us, Scott. I was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2009. It has affected my guitar playing tremendously, but when I was diagnosed, I said, I'm always saying that I'm going to get in a band, I'm going to do shows, stuff like that, and it was kind of like my, I guess, for lack of a better way of putting it, get off the pot moment when I was diagnosed. Scott and Larry and the other guys in the band, we actually met at church. We were the worship team for the coolest church.
Shameless plug. Here it comes.
Well, no. We were the worship team at Nicholson Christian Church in Independence, Kentucky, and that's how we met. And in 2013, I don't even know how the conversation started. Said, just joking around one time, and said, "Hey, we should, play out, secular music, more popular stuff." And we started doing that in 2013, and we got our first show in August 2013. And it's just kind of snowballed from there, guys. Is that about right?
Yeah, it really came down to the fact that the actual music director got tired of us playing secular music between songs, and he would yell at us, and we were like, "Why don't we do this on our own? It'd be fun." And that's what we did.
Well, wasn't it like a couple of you guys actually went to the place where we played our first show and were like, "Yeah, we could probably do that."
Yeah.
It's like, that's not hard.
Yeah.
So you've put this band together, White Liger, and again, you're doing a huge fundraiser this weekend, and it's obviously Dave. It's very important to you personally, but my question is, what's the history of all this? You said you were diagnosed in 2009, was it?
2009.
Yeah. So what's the history?
2009. 2009 was when I was first told I had Parkinson's. There were so many doctors and different misdiagnoses that came before that moment. And then after I had the diagnosis of Parkinson's, got a second opinion from UC. Then we went to Cleveland Clinic, got a third opinion. But I told my wife, said, I think that they might be right about this. Before we go driving to California or somewhere to get a fourth opinion, let's just go ahead and start treating. And we did that.
Well, and to me, you said it's affected your guitar playing, obviously.
Oh
but
yeah.
to meet you on the street or talk to you here, I mean, it's very difficult to tell sometimes. And I know you have a page that I read some things on where Parkinson's disease presents itself so differently in a lot of people, and
Right.
that's
It's
interesting to me.
They call it a snowflake disease because everybody has it differently. I don't know if that's exactly true, but I mean, for me, most people associate Parkinson's with tremors. I don't have tremors. I have bradykinesia and dystonia, slow muscle movement. I have problems walking, so that affects me on stage just as well as my playing does.
So
I got
why the event, Dave? Why did you decide?
involved.
I mean, to do this?
Actually, I got involved with it with a group called Parkinson Support and Wellness. That's parkinsoncincinnati.org. If you want to look that up. In 2013, 2014, they have a 5K every June, and I had a team with their Steady Strides 5K, and we had an after party back here at the house in Independence. Looked around, there's about 200 so people in my yard. Well, my fraternity brother's name Tim Clark came. He said, "Hey, Dave, you know what? This should be your fundraiser next year." So we did. We took that energy and the bands that were playing down there that night or that afternoon, and we took it to the Southgate House. My cousin Morella and everybody down there at Southgate House has just been so great to us. So
well, that's how it got the name too, Rock on the James, because he lives on James Street. So that's how the Rock on the James came about, because that was the first show was playing in his driveway.
right.
That's a great story. It is. And so Scott and Larry, you're a part of this. You're a part of this band, and we'll get to the bill in a minute on how many bands are playing this event. And for those of you that are just joining us, if you have a question for Dave, Scott, or Larry, please throw it in the comments. We'll get it up there about the event. It's going on Saturday this weekend. That show's happening at Southgate House Revival. We'll put some things on the screen about that in a little bit. So, Scott, if you'll take it for a minute, tell us, what you think about being involved in this.
I just think it's a great opportunity to use what we have to actually support something. Just when we thought, yeah, let's just go play a couple shows, see what happens, and have a little fun, have a drink or two, and then figured out, hey, we could use this to help. It's just crazy how it's kind of snowballed into something like this, like from going from a driveway to playing at a venue now, where we're getting close to 300 people we can fit in that place.
I don't know how many we have.
I don't know how many we fit, but we usually fill it up every time, and that's the biggest room they have there is the sanctuary. So, but I mean, it's just fun playing with these guys and have a blast, even though sometimes I tell him to shut up because he won't stop talking, but that's nothing new.
My job.
And then tell Dave, hey, pay attention. I know it's hard for him, but I yell at him, say, can we play like the song we're actually supposed to play?
Yeah.
So.
Not true.
Well, Larry, how about you, man? Larry, why are you, give us your thoughts on being involved with an event such as this. And it's obviously close to your band. Very. I mean, there's a lot of bands that play fundraisers, but this one kind of really hits home for you guys.
Oh, without question. I enjoy being involved with this largely because of the relationship we have with Dave. Dave is hands down one of my best friends, and that's just the band in general. And I think any of us would do anything we could if there was a chance that we raise money to help find a cure. You gotta have a purpose for doing what we're doing, and that's the easy answer, because we want research to find a cure so that the guy at the top of the screen there can continue to play guitar for a long time, and so we can continue to do this and have fun together. I mean, it's really truly like a brotherhood that we argue, we fight, we get mad at each other, but when the dust clears, we would do anything we could for each other, and that's why we do it.
And we don't have another lead guitarist anywhere, so
That's true.
That's
too.
all we got.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. But
Well, gee
at the
whiz,
same-
thank you guys.
At the same time, it's a great. It's a lot of fun to do. A lot of friends and relatives come out, and it's an awesome venue. It's probably my favorite place to ever perform.
Yeah, it's fun.
So and it's got a lot of just benefits to it. Not to use that pun, but anyway.
Well, and Dave, I read your bio on this, and what I was amazed with is you noticed at first in 2007, you noticed that you were increasingly having issues using your right hand, and then in this bio it said shocked, confused, and heartbroken were the words used in this when you got the diagnosis, and yet you've gone on here to continue to play and to put this together to support, and who knows if it'll support you in the long run or if it'll support others down the road that have Parkinson's disease. But it's an honorable thing to do. And, by putting this together, it's probably a lot of work, I would assume. Anytime you put an event like this together, it takes a village, doesn't it?
Yeah, this week, I see Scott get a smile on his face when you said that later too. But this week is the week that I swear to God I'm never doing this again.
Yes,
because the show week is just it's crazy. And then now, I'm happy to sit with you and talk to you about it. But I got some friends. My wife helps out. My wife Lori, she went upstairs not to be on camera. I guess she's not coming back.
She got one.
Yeah, Tony Barker, fraternity brother of mine. He does so much for getting the sponsorship stuff like that. So and the guys here just lending their talents. All the bands. It's just.
Let's talk about the bands. Let's talk about who's playing in this thing. This is big.
Okay, first we got at 6 p.m. Sucker Punch, which is a band that I used to be in. My brother is still the drummer in the band, and one of my best friends, Alan Gambrel, plays guitar in the band. I haven't heard them in a while, so I hear good things. The second band at 7:30 will be Feeve. Steve Kitchen, the singer for Feeve, used to be a guitar player in our band. Then at 9 o'clock, White Liger hits stage. And at 10:30 till 11:30 or 12 is High Road, a country band.
And this is all on Saturday. This Saturday, folks, if you're watching. And again, if you're watching out there, now we're going to get a lot of people watch after we're live. So if you're watching after we're live, you have a question about the event or anything else, throw it in the comments. These guys will be watching for it to pop up. They can answer you and help you out with those kind of things. But this Saturday, it's coming our way, correct? I'm on the right wavelength on that one. And it's going to be at Southgate House Revival. We're going to scroll it at the bottom of the screen. Doors are going to open at 5:30 on the show there if you want to attend this event. Now, everybody's going to ask the same question. How do they get in? How do they get tickets? Those kind of things. Who wants to take that one?
You walk through the door.
Go ahead, Larry.
You can tell he's a teacher,
me?
can't you? Yes.
No, that's the teacher. I'm not the teacher.
Tickets are $15 at the door, or you can get them on TicketWeb, or you can go to the Southgate House Revival website and purchase tickets too. Just if you buy them at the door, there's no service fees.
Let me through.
I'm looking out for you guys out there. No service fees.
It's available at the door.
Please.
Buy them at the door because actually his cousin runs Southgate House Revival, so it actually supports more of the local music scene as well too. So that helps them out as well instead of the service charge at going online or something like that.
All right, there we have it. Let me take that ticket one off the screen so we can talk a little more here. So all these bands are playing. There's going to be obviously a great community there in support of you, Dave, and the cause.
Right.
But what are we going to see in the way of sponsorships for this too? You said you had some big sponsors for the event.
Yeah, our primary sponsors this year are Anytime Fitness Independence.
Very nice.
Independence Cleaners.
Did we need like applause?
Please?
Do we need some applause for them or something? I don't know. He paused like there needed to be applause or something there.
Oh no.
That was probably our fault then.
I can do that. There we go. All right.
Hey!
Anytime Fitness, Independence Cleaners, Cincinnati Hemp Company, and Melody and Genevieve Ellis.
So thank you to those big sponsors
Very much thank you.
for taking care of business here. Now,
We have
where's the
other
money
sponsors,
going?
Please.
Where's the money going?
The money goes to Parkinson Support and Wellness of Greater Cincinnati. Their website is Parkinson, not Parkinson's, ParkinsonCincinnati.org. And they what they do is like Michael J. Fox Foundation, Michael J. Fox will look for a cure. What Parkinson Support and Wellness does is they through education activities and exercise and stuff like that, they sponsor classes and stuff around the tri-state area to help people to live better lives that have Parkinson's until there is a cure for people with Parkinson's and their caregivers as well.
Well, if anybody out there has a question for these guys, please throw it in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. Glenn says he likes white liger. Thank you,
Just
Glenn.
Just like on
Like.
face? Oh.
He liked it on the Book of Face,
There you
probably.
go. That's good.
Well, I don't know. He's not on the Book of Face. He's on YouTube. So I don't know where Glenn's going with that one. Paula says it's a great show. Thank you, Paula, for that. Who else we got out there? Billy McCarthy from the Billy Rock Band is in the house saying, hey, how you doing, Billy? Good to have you with us. And again, guys, there's going to be a lot of people that are watching this after we're live. So we want to make sure we give them all the information today. And these guys are going to share this on their page for the band and the event and such. I did see an interview you did, Dave, that I saw you did with some nice news ladies. It looked like that, man, you were a little animated on that.
Okay, so that was a lot of fun. I've done that last 4 or 5 years. Nancy Wetterer, who was with me in that interview, she sets that up. I've also got an interview tomorrow. I think it's a pre-recorded interview with John on Kiss at 107.1. That should air around 3 o'clock, I guess. I'm not sure. I can put that out on the White Liger page. Or Rock on the James tomorrow, though. It's at Rock on the James and at White Liger Band.
There we go.
Hold on.
Wink, wink.
Plug.
Wink.
Shameless plug.
Oh, definitely shameless.
All right, Larry.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh,
boy.
smile.
Okay.
All right. You're the lead singer in this band, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
All right. Larry, do you help set up and tear down?
Yes, I do.
No.
Whoa, hold on.
No. Time out. I got to defend Larry here because Larry does. Because I can't. I'm the guy that goes all my aching back up. It's Parkinson's like my own personal red hot sauce, Frank's red hot sauce. I put that shit on everything.
Right. Yeah.
So I got
course,
the heaviest amp in the world.
He's got this Johnson amp. It is the heaviest stinking amp in the world, and it's my responsibility apparently. But I do bring my own gear.
Right.
What, a microphone?
Yeah. Right.
Well, in all fairness, it's a like a remote mic, so it's kind of more.
Also, he doesn't have to carry a cord either.
That's true. That's true. I got to limit.
Oh my gosh.
But no, I do. Sometimes I'm not really here a lot of times to load up before we go to a show, but I do help break down and load up and then unload.
He does.
So, I've got a lot of things going on at the same time. So,
But
Lori wants to know if there's food. She said, will there be food?
yes.
The Wild Side Experience food truck will be outside, and it's great. Good stuff there last year too.
Oh, it was delicious. I had the tacos after our show. Oh, it was so good.
did she actually answer her own question?
She answered her own question, yes. Lori must know what's going on. She must be in the know. James Banks also said, so is it just bands, no other stuff going on, no food, no drinks, no BYOB, raffles? Tell us a little bit more about the event.
There will be food there from Wild Side Experience food trucks. Well, Lori just answered that one too. Full cash bar. Actually, there's several bars in the Southgate house.
Raffles.
We'll have raffles.
Who is Lori?
My wife.
That-
Lori.
Lori. Thanks for being on the show, Lori. You should have been on camera. We could have used that.
Here she comes.
Yeah, I hear the footsteps.
Yeah, here she goes. There she is.
Oh no! Everybody hide. No. Yeah. We'll also be doing we'll be doing raffles and we have T-shirts and.
Will there be hot chicks? Yes.
There's bands. What do you think?
Right.
We're all married.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Well, guys.
Yes. My wife will be there.
We want to talk a little more on obviously the cause here and that. And you guys, there's Lori. Hi, Lori. How are you?
Hi there.
Welcome.
I
Welcome
don't
to
know
the
how that
program.
happened either.
Yeah,
These
man.
are my favorite guys. They're going to put on a great show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lori.
Oh, we hope.
She's your best supporter, I think.
I know.
That's
Number
good.
one fan.
Fan with the plan. And Samantha, yes, Samantha. Big shout out to her. Who else we got? Paula loves Lori. All right. And Banks loves the shirt. There you go.
I do want to say one thing to bring it back to the whole loading and unloading thing. Usually, after
I like that.
we are done playing, you go right down to the crowd and start talking to everybody before you start loading up anything.
It's my job to do the thinking and.
Yeah, so the first 10 minutes, he's got schmooze to the crowd, I guess.
It's true. I will not deny that.
As long as you carry my I'm sorry, this is an amplifier. My Big Johnson out to the truck.
Yeah. It is true.
Where is my button? I need to.
No, seriously, it's a Johnson amp.
It is a Johnson, and it is.
It's the heaviest amp I think known to man.
I agree.
If you watch my Tuesday show, this is what I call the Karis button. Right there.
I actually saw you hit that with Karis a couple times.
Yeah, well, I'm a little late most of the time on that one, and someday you'll just see that there's a logo on our page and nothing else because they'll fire me from the Book of Face. But you guys seem like you have a great time. You seem like great brothers playing in a band together. I mean, that's the cool part I think about this. And you've put together a wonderful lineup of people and a wide variety of music, it sounds like, for this event at Southgate House Revival on Saturday. Now, again, doors are open at 5:30. You say music starts at 6. You can eat there. You can be there. You can buy T-shirts there. Are your fundraising efforts just from the ticket sales, or is everything in the thing going to the cause?
Everything goes to Parkinson's Sport and Wellness.
And have all the bands donated their time?
Yes, they have.
That's outstanding.
That's nice. I have a couple of my own guitars from my personal collection. Going to raffle off down there. And some gift baskets from Anytime Fitness and Harmon's Barbecue. We got all kinds of stuff. K Aloha's Hawaiian food. All kinds of gift cards that we're going to be raffling off or doing silent auction on, plus my guitars.
Holland Restaurant Group.
Holland
Restaurant Group.
Oh, yeah. Holland won.
So why did Bobby just flip us all off? That's what I was thinking.
Bobby did?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's his fault.
Our rhythm guitar player just flipped us all off. I don't really know why.
I'm not seeing that.
It's because it's on
our message.
Oh, it's a text message. Okay, I got you. Well, can we give Bobby a shout out? Maybe we didn't. Maybe we hurt his feelings. We didn't give him a shout out.
Oh
no.
Yeah, I guess we should mention Bobby. Bobby Isles.
We just did.
Brad Holbrook.
Oh yeah,
Robert Isles and Scott
the bass player.
Right. Brad Holbrook on bass and Bobby Isles on guitar.
Now, Dave, do you have a production company doing production all day, or somebody helping out with sound and lighting?
Sound lighting is provided by the Southgate House.
Okay.
Their house sound.
Photography.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Who's your photographer?
Yeah. Don't you usually have
Tim
one of your
Friedhoff.
fraternity brothers?
Please.
Isn't it one of your fraternity brothers who do the photography?
No, he's a guy I graduated high school with named Tim Friedhoff.
Okay.
All right. Lori says all money's donated except for the bar sales. Thank you, Lori. And Glenn says hi to Lori. Hi, Lori, Glenn. Glenn, Lori. All right. There we go. And, I'm just going to say, I'm going to throw this out there. We're doing a show today with you guys. We've promoted this show on our page, all that. We said we are going to go live about a great event going on, and it's for Parkinson's and so on. And we have 16 live viewers right now. if I went on the air and said we're going to talk about something controversial, we'd have 150 live viewers right now, like we did yesterday. I wish people who are watching later would come on live and interject some questions. It'd be a lot more fun sometimes for that. But these guys have put together a wonderful event, and I think we need to support it there in the northern Kentucky and Cincinnati area if you can. Get out Saturday. They're saying the weather's not going to be the best Saturday, so go see an indoor show.
Right, exactly.
It's a perfect thing to do.
I've already got you and Kyrus on the VIP list there to get in. So I'm sure we'll see you there.
Yeah,
I feel important.
Huh?
I don't even get that.
You're on stage.
Yeah, and
How can more VIP can you be?
They're charging you to
I'm
play,
working.
Scott.
why don't you maybe say like what kind of music we're doing and like what bands are playing music like for us?
For us.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and talk about that if you want.
There you go, Larry.
You want me to run down the set list?
No,
I don't wanna
just,
do that
Just
because-
say what kind of music we play or do.
Basically, we take other people's art that they've struggled with over for years and years and years. We put it on a bus with tequila and fireworks and just drive it off the cliff.
Or a dumpster on fire.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
I thought
So
we-
what-
we-
What
we
is
said-
your genre, guys?
What would you say? 80s, 90s, 2000 rock? Pretty
I'll
much.
Yeah.
say 80s to now.
Basically, we take a pop. What we've been doing lately is taking pop music from the 80s and 90s and kind of like making it just like heavier,
Rock.
making it a bit of our own.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Now, you said you have a country band closing the show out.
Yeah.
And what about the other bands that are playing? What's their wheelhouse?
Well,
Some
Phoebe
nervous.
and Sucker Punch are Sucker Punch is a little bit heavier. Phoebe is kind of like us, I guess. You know, where they have a formula where they like to take other people's music and make it like, you know, say you go into the show and say, "Oh, I know that song. I never heard done like that before, but I know that song." That's Phoebe.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like I know there's people out there like, oh my gosh, they're just cover bands. It's like, look, we're just doing it for fun, and we're
Right.
using it to raise money for a great fundraiser. It's just we're not out there to get famous. We just want to raise some money and have some fun and play some shows.
But
Right.
but the thing is though too, I mean, with being a cover band, you know, early on we tried to pick songs that not, you know, that people knew the song but they really weren't sure where or who did it, those kind of things.
Right.
But we put our own little twist on it a little bit, I guess you could say. But you know, in my opinion, people go to see live music. Most of the time they want to go see something and hear something that they know, not something they've never heard before. And that's not a slam at all in any way. But, you know, there's definitely a market out there for cover bands and the
Huge market.
familiarity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
yeah.
just want to see live music.
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
I always joke about national acts. They get on stage and they're playing their hits, and then they say, "Okay, here's one from our new album." Everybody goes gets a beer because
Oh, yeah.
you know, if they don't know the hits, they don't really get into it that
Yeah.
well until it
right.
becomes a hit.
Right.
So, cover
So
bands are the
my-
way to go at any of these events, I think.
Some of my favorite moments from like national touring acts was when they did other people's music too. I don't know, like Limp Bizkit doing "Welcome to the Jungle." That's great. You know, I never
Well-
thought that I'd hear that.
I will say this: if there is a famous cover band who's pretty famous, Five Finger Death Punch.
Right. Exactly.
My,
so they
my,
make,
my.
They make some pretty good money after that. But
Yeah.
no, I saw that Nate Bach has tell us about parking.
Oh,
Go ahead,
Anywhere
Dave.
you go find it.
right. Yeah. There's a lot of on-street parking.
yeah. There's actually
Dave, I can't breathe today. Dave will be parking cars. He said earlier, so I think he's out there.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. But
Yeah.
I hope your insurance is paid up because you know Parkinson's.
He doesn't have that crushed velvet jacket you could be parking.
a yeah
Oh yeah, that kind of does look like a Parker, like a
ballet.
Ballet.
ballet jacket.
That's how we buy new equipment. Is he parks the
I'm-
cars?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to drive very far though, so
All right, I'm going to reel this in a little bit. Let's go to your second event going on this summer. You've got another event that's happening for Parkinson's. Let's talk about that. Anybody?
Okay. Saturday, July 29th, we're also doing an after the game 2 hour, 2.5, I think it's 2.5 hour set at Florence Rawls Stadium. It's Christmas in July night, and it's Parkinson's Sport and Wellness Night or Parkinson's Awareness Night 2. We'll be playing after the game, and I don't know exactly what percentage of ticket sales stuff goes to Parkinson's, but it's the same organization that I support, so we're going to be there rocking it out on the 29th of July too.
Are you throwing out the first pitch?
Huh?
Are you throwing out the first pitch, or is that?
I was going to until I went out and tried to throw a ball, and I threw it like over the roof. So no, I won't be throwing out the first pitch. I don't know.
Larry's ready.
Do it.
Larry's
I guess
ready.
I can walk out there and do the.
I might as well. I'm singing the national anthem with my daughter too, right? So.
That's right. You are.
Outstanding.
Larry, right?
Can I stand in as batter, and then if you throw it at me, I charge you?
Yeah. So
All right, Dave, one more thing I got for you, Dave. I read on your page, you said Parkinson's has also given me a lot, namely perspective and purpose. Can you close out with that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. I think that Parkinson's has helped me to reevaluate my entire life. And now I focus on the 5 F's, faith, family, friends, fishing, and fenders. What?
Nothing.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
It is. That's just the way I look at things. And also because, I see people all the time say, well, I don't want this disease to define me. It wasn't until I embraced it and let it define me that I felt I found a sense of purpose. So whether that's
Perfect.
God's hand or whatever, that I can do a couple things. I could play guitar still, and I could still throw a mean party. So we're gonna keep doing this as long as I can play, I guess. And then when I can't play anymore, I'll just stink at it, I guess, because I can't see me not playing in some form or fashion. But it's
All right.
harder every time I pick up a guitar. It's a little bit harder, it seems like.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that for you, but you're doing good things, and you're putting a positive spin on this, at least with your bandmates here and those that are going to play the event on Saturday. Southgate House Revival, doors open at 5:30. Music starts at 6 o'clock. You can get your tickets at the door. They'd prefer that if you would. So come on down there, pick that up. You can find the event at Rock the James on Facebook, and also look up White Liger and give them a little like as well, because they're doing this thing.
Oh, yeah.
They are. Guys, can't thank you enough for being with me today, and appreciate you coming on, telling us about this wonderful event. I wish you all the success in the world at it, and hopefully you're going to have a good day on a Saturday. Anything else you have to add before we go bye-bye?
I think that's it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you guys for being here. And remember, those of you watching, throw a question in the comments. They'll watch for those to pop up in the next couple of days. If you want to get a response, please do that. And join us tomorrow at 5 o'clock. This one will be on the list, as well as who's playing out in the Tri-State, all the best bands and venues in the Tri-State and where they're playing for the week. So check in with us tomorrow at 5, live at 5 with Who's Playing Out, brought to you by our friends at Froggy's in Monroe, Ohio. Guys, thank you so much. Scott, thank you so much. Larry and Dave, thanks for setting this up. I appreciate you, man, and good luck with your event.
Thank you very much. I hope to
Have
see
a
you
great
there,
day.
Scott.
See you, everybody. We're getting out of here with some Johnny Fink music right now. Yes, we're going to do the blues as we leave. Tune in tomorrow, guys. We'll see you next time. I'm Scott Hall, your host. Bye-bye for now, everybody.
See, I got me a little problem. When you come home at night, I got another woman who wants to treat this daddy right. Go ahead on, baby. Go on, do what you got to do. 'Cause I got me a sweet young